if I have to drill it down to do's and don'ts, be very, very professional and courteous. Don't uh, uh, be on time. Just the basics hygiene, basic and hygiene stuff, man. Be on time. Do not do not take it very, very casually, and don't be chill because you are getting evaluated all the time. The second thing would be very, very proactive, because your buddy may or may not be able to call you or reach out to you all the time because they are also working 16 hours a day, and they may not be able to take out the time during the day. You have to be the one who takes the onus of scheduling those calls with your buddy, of making sure that you practice a couple of cases with them. The third thing would be to be very, very prepared, because you're being evaluated. Even before you do a case with your buddy, you should have had done 4-5 cases with your case groups and with your friends. Again, it's an evaluation opportunity, so make sure that if you have any pointers that may not be very evident, and you think might get missed while the interview, make sure that all of those are highlighted during your buddy calls, because your buddies, there's definitely a back channel conversation that happens between your buddy and your interviewer, and a lot of comments are already passed on, and that can help and improve your case. And finally, as I already said, that use this opportunity to learn a lot about the firm, about the role, understand whether this role is good for you or not. And this is one piece that you should definitely do, because not everyone's cut out for that particular company, that particular role. You might be good for consulting, but you might not be great for a McKinsey or a Deloitte, because they function a certain way. But you might be good for a BCG. So you need to understand if you are a good fit for that firm, if that firm is also a good fit for you. A big don't would be, please do not brag about other shortlists or other interviews. You might be asked about them, and you can politely, you decide based on your campus policy, you can politely decline or agree to talk about it, but never volunteer that information on your own. That's not appreciated either. It looks like you're not being modest, and you're not being you're trying to brag a lot, which definitely falls under the bucket of being unprofessional. And of course, don't be late. Don't reschedule your calls if possible, because your buddies will have a very, very hectic schedule otherwise as well, and this will impact very negatively. For interview prep, I think. Sorry, before I'll take a quick pause over here. Are there any questions on buddy calls? I think you can definitely. So the question that I have is, can we ask about the current interview process, how it was for them, types of cases they were asked, etc. As long as you are, what do you call it? You have to be a little diplomatic. You can't be blunt. You have to be polite, courteous, and ask their permission. Is it okay if I ask about how the process was for you? And don't do it right away. Do it once you've eased into that relationship, once you've talked to your buddy for 3 or 4 days and you have a bit of a relationship going, so that buddy is also rooting for you after those 3-4 days, that he has seen you do well in your cases. He has actually interacted with you a couple of times, knows you a little bit. There you can open up and ask, what do you think the current process is going to look like? Mostly you would be expected to know your current process for sure, because that's already communicated to your placecom, so you can ask them that. But in case if you're not clear on anything, you can definitely reach out to your buddy. It is not negatively seen if you are polite, courteous about it. You can ask about how the process was for them, and I'm pretty sure they won't mind, as long as you're doing it after you've eased into the process and the relationship. I don't think so there's a conflict. They'll definitely not give away the case that's going to be asked to you, and no one can, because a lot of these cases are made on the fly. A lot of the times, I remember for me, the case that was asked for me in my first round was related to my CV. He asked me what are you interested on. I said EVs, and he suddenly asked a question about EVs in a very obscure industry, just because probably his interests, my interviewer's interest lay in that field as well. So I don't think so that your buddy would know what case exactly will be asked, but they definitely know that the first round would be a guesstimate, the second round would be a more qualitative round, the third would be a partner round, stuff like that. The whole structure of the process they would know. They may also be able to tell you that the first round might be a little easier, the second will be a stress round, the third one would be just testing you, not just on the case, but your ability to communicate your pointers well, etc. So yeah, they'll definitely give you a structure of what's going on, how easy or tough it can be if they know, but definitely not the exact questions.